All right, folks, we should be live doing some neighborhood golf, hitting golf balls over people's houses here. Strong Designs Studio Joe dubbed this the cul-de-sac cup. This is one of my all-time favorite par 3 courses, so pretty cool course. This was R. Dyer, I believe, designed it after the bad challenge debacle, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but this is the Twisted Sticks pitch and putt round. I think it was this one. I think it was the pitch and putt. I finished first net last week, but that was my first time doing it, so I think I had a scratch handicap, so I got to play pretty good this week to beat that. But we've got normal fairways, normal greens, 10 stimp, black tees. I mean, they're all par threes, but 1440, 5-foot gimmies, Thursday pin, 0 feet of altitude, and calm wind. There was some music playing, which I don't remember from this course. Still, maybe we're all right. The music and stuff's cool, but uh, YouTube doesn't love it sometimes, so I think it ended, but we'll see how we do. Got to get some stuff done this afternoon. I'm playing with Flying Fat Kid tonight. Music's starting again. We'll try the sound again after this hole. Playing with Flying Fat Kid tonight. I think he has it set for like 7:55 or something. We're gonna be on his channel, so I'm gonna post that in the Discord. I'll probably post it on my YouTube channel. I'm just gonna let him stream it. So if you don't already follow and subscribe to Flying Fat Kid, highly recommend you do so. But let's get into it. I want to try to get this in the par 3 done in a relatively efficient manner. So I already did a little bit of a warm up, just hit balls for maybe 7 minutes, if that. But this is going to be mostly wedges. So first hole, par 3, 86. Let's hit the flyover up and over this house. This course is absolutely awesome. Pretty much every hole is over or around a house. So we're going to go 56 degree, 85 yards. Probably try to land this about 80. '84 spin. All right, not too bad. Decent start. Get my putter out here. 7 feet on 10 stimp. So his first dot's not doing much. Snaps a little bit at the hole. So I think we'll go about there. See what happens. Didn't hit any putts, so hopefully this goes relatively straight. Music played's loud when you get around onto the pontoon boat. Just played this last night. So is it goes, it's based on relation to that hole you're saying? Let's see what we got now. Yeah, we still have it. I'll probably just leave the sound off, honestly. I really like the ding. I mean, I know where the ball goes with the square, but I do like the ding. So it is what it is. Commish in the chat, greeting from the Minneapolis airport. What's going on, Commish? Commish just booked his hotel, so he is, by all accounts, and I booked 36 holes at a course. By all accounts, he is in fact coming to Boston to play with me and Denko. Should be a lot of fun. All right, 7-8 feet. I pulled it, and I blasted it. Wow, that's a bad putt. Thanks a lot, Commish. Jeez. That was slippery. Now we got 12 playing 18. I'd like to think we would get that. We'll be able to get that back. That would have been nice to start that off with a birdie, though. That was not a hard putt. All right. Luckily, save par. even through one. Second hole, 63. We'll go 60 degree. Confirmed. Perhaps I may want to find my softer side. I could have used it on that one for sure. For sure. That was, like I mentioned, I didn't hit any putts. Usually for like scrambles and whatnot, I try to hit at least a couple and get it close to 0-0 HLA. But that was the first putt of the day, which I could have used a mulligan on that one. But I was trying to hit this about 55, 60 yards or so. $57. Oh no, that is robbery. All right, softer side here, says Kamish. 5 feet playing 4. Those are 2 decent shots too to start in terms of wedges. All right, caw. 1 under. Not exactly ideal giving up a stroke on the very first hole, but 63, pretty much this entire course. I don't know if there's different tee box options or not. Wow, Jay Glove went 10 under. Strong Design Studio, I think, just had 7. I don't know if there's different tees here or not, but they're pretty much all going to be either 56 or 60 degree, I think. 63, same thing. 55, 60 yards. That 57 was pretty good last time. How cool is this course, though? If people haven't played this, try to have some fun with the title and the thumbnail, but this is probably my, I don't know, it's tough to pick courses, but it's up there, probably top 5, top 3 favorite par 3 courses on GSPro. Bird? That's right. It should have been 2 birds, but we'll take the 1. Needs to go. No, off the roof. Spin. It's unfortunate. That was probably, I wanted 55 to 57. That was probably 2 to 4 yards away from being perfect. 9 yards out of the rough. We'll go there. Try to hit this about 4 or 5. Get inside the circle. All right. Par. I keep wanting to put this wedge back, and I'm just going to keep needing to hit it, so I might as well just leave the 56 and the 60 out. 79 down 8. So we got 71. Let's try the 60 again. Try to get a little bit extra out of it. Ask for spin after hitting the roof. Hey, you never know. Sometimes I've seen Big Dog hit some of those that have like delayed spin, where like it like skips once or twice, and then it like starts rolling onto the green and just stops on a dime. But yeah, I was asking for spin off the roof. I don't know what I have for spin on that, but all right, 71. We want to hit this about 65. $70. Spin though, it's got 9,000 on it. Zip back. Okay. We'll take that. Caw. I am liking, I've been experimenting over the past maybe 2 weeks, these fuller 60-degree shots. I always used to cut off the 60-degree right around 25 yards, and then I would go 56 from like 30 to like 50, and then everything else would be the 51-degree approach wedge. But these fuller shots, starting to trust it a little bit more. get some more spin on it. Like before, I would be doing choke down shots and have like half, 3/4 of that spin instead of 9,000, being able to stop it a little bit easier. Are these holes patterned after a certain golfer's house? No, it's a good question though, K Ritter. This was designed. I don't know if you're familiar. This program is called GSPro. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but there was the Bryson Challenge. Judd and Art Dyer, one of the guys that did this, actually spent like, I think it was like 30 hours designing it, and it lasted a whopping like 20 hours before someone on Bryson's team had it taken down. So once the shot over Bryson's house that we could do here was taken down, this one came like a couple weeks after as kind of a consolation. So instead of just one hole over Bryson's house, our Dyer basically did 18 holes over all different houses. So as far as I know, they're not modeled after golfers' houses. I think they're just cool random houses, but it was because the Bryson Challenge was up at one point and then it got taken down, which is kind of unfortunate. But 2 under through 4, fifth hole par 3, 65. We'll go 60 degree again and try to get about 60, 63 out of it. Go. Yeah, almost caught the roof again. That was probably similar to spin with the other one. So I do think maybe we'll get one off the roof that actually stops. I think it is possible for it to spin after you hit the roof. Pretty cool though, right? Sea Ritter, if you haven't seen this before. Pretty darn cool course. Not the most confidence inspiring going over a house every single time, but there's some other, I won't ruin the surprise, there's some other cool holes here too. There's one off a boat, there's some other cool ones. All right, 7 feet, softer side. It's breaking a decent amount. We'll try that. Let's go. Caw. Shaking the rust off. Here's the pontoon one. This is really cool. Is this only, I don't remember. Is it only 9 holes? Or is it a full 18? Must be a full 18 because the distances are different. I haven't played this course in a little while. I thought this pontoon one was further into the course. All right, 65, island green. We will go same thing again, 60 degree. Thanks for the background. Yeah, no problem. Good wedge play. Appreciate it. It's been better as of late. Feel pretty recovered. I did some work on that stupid stump yesterday, but I feel recovered from the speed training, so I was actually planning on doing that today. But I mentioned at the beginning I'm playing with Flying Fat Kid tonight for our Twisted Scramble. It's going to be only on his channel, so I'm going to push some of you guys over there. So maybe get him a couple extra new subscribers kind of thing. But I'm just going to let him stream it. But tonight around 8 o'clock Eastern, we'll be on Flying Fat Kid's channel doing the Twisted Stick Scramble. And hopefully driver will be better. And I think tomorrow, if I'm not too tired after that, I'll do speed training again tomorrow. Try to get driver back in a better spot. All right, 65, same thing. Hit this about 60, 62, 63. 69, that's got to spin a lot. Spin hard. As soon as you say it, Kamish. I mean, it's still in the ballpark. That was probably, call it 6 to 8 yards more than I wanted. So I'm not good enough to necessarily complain about it, but a little bit too much juice. It was juiced. 22 playing 18. Whoa. Why is it so touchy? Well, it's pretty straight and then it starts to tail off. I'll try that. May need to be a touch more, but 22 playing 18. It's probably too hard. Find the cup, find the cup, find the cup. I pushed that 1.1. All right. 8 playing 9. Almost 10. We'll go there. There's a 0-0 HLA. Pars are good. Be pretty happy if I can get out of here with all pars and birdies. 61 over a house again. $55-ish. I do like these shorter par 3 courses, though. These twisted rounds, I'll probably start doing these most frequently. Want to do some of the stroke play, and then if flying fat kid, depending on his availability, do the scrambles. But I like these. Really good practice for your wedges. It's not too taxing where you can just play these without destroying your back, hidden driver, or anything longer. But 13 stimp for too much horn spray. It says 10 stimp. It seems kind of fast though, doesn't it? Solid. Thanks, Gaz Edwards. Seems kind of quick for 10 stimp, doesn't it? Stimp 10. I don't know if you can see that on the bottom or if my video is cutting it off, but you can see the edge of it. Take my word for it. It is 10 stimp. Seems a little slippery. 61. Hit this about 55. Problem is getting it. Obviously, you want to get it up in the air over the roof, but not too much where it's long, and get enough spin on to have it stop. I thinned it. May work though. Get up there. Couple yards short. There are some bendy putts, as Big Dog calls it, on this course. $14 playing 15. Doesn't really do much here at the beginning, and then it starts to snap. Try that. Try to err on maybe like one click too far on the high side to at least give it a chance. Never up, never in, says GT Walsh. So never has a chance. If you miss them on the low side, it's never going to go in. At least on the high side, it'll slow it down, and you at least have a chance for it to drop. 15 feet. There's a little bit of a, I love this mat, but because it's so thick, there's like a little bit where the fibers are seemingly just like a little bit separated or just formed. It's not like a low spot or a divot. It's just the ball is not quite, it's sitting up on some of the fibers that are higher up. Let's go. Caw-caw. 8th hole, par 3. Ooh, 120. All right, we will go full approach wedge. Usually get around the neighborhood of like 113, 115, 117, somewhere in there with this club. We'll aim. Usually the wedges I try to hit relatively straight or even favor a little bit of a fade just for a little bit more spin and control, but pretty much everything from approach wedge up, I try to play the draw. So we'll aim a little bit to the right, try to draw this in there. I like these pitch putt Joe does. Finished second week 1. Not so good week 2. You finished, I think, on either these pitch and putt or the par 3. I saw you were the net winner week 1 until I showed up. But the net's tough. Obviously, you want to try to win gross, but the net, if you play well, then you just need to keep playing better and better, or at least to that level to even have a chance. Because there was someone, I think I won the net for pitch and putt last week in the par three. Someone shot like a couple, like four over, and because of their handicap, they were like 8 under. Which I mean, I get he just probably had a good week, good for him. But when you're giving up possibly 12 strokes on gross, it's kind of tough. Whoa, I don't know about that. That did not feel like I started that. 4.4 degrees left. Definitely felt like a draw, but I don't know about that pull draw. I also thought that would have gone further. That was a little bit of a head scratcher there. Maybe, maybe that's what it did. I don't know. 19 out of the rough. Probably try to land this about 14 or 15. It's gonna come out right, and the green's breaking that way, so we'll go right there. Wow, 27. All right, well, unless we hold this, giving up a stroke here. 8 yards out of the rough into a downslope. Hit this like 4. Almost. That's a bogey. And that's just who played better to themselves, not necessarily who played better. I know, I hear you. I mean, I get why he does net. It's just when someone has like a good week like that where you can have that big of a jump. Whoever, I forget who it was last week on the par three. Um, but I mean, it's both, right, Dila? It's just obviously you against your handicap. So if you outperform your handicap, whether you're JT Walsh or anyone else, that's a 20 handicap. I get that. It's just when there's that big of a swing between like 4 over and you finish 8 under or something like that. Couple peeps to your Discord from the SGT Facebook group. Some guys griping about not competing against pros. Mention no pros as your Discord. Did you give them an invite? I didn't see anyone pop up. Maybe they haven't joined yet. But usually you get the little note, like the notification. Oh, there's one. Tutor, the tutor. Attaboy, Commish. Appreciate it. Yeah, and that's the thing too. That's not as accurate. So like I came in and I shot like a couple under, and because that was my first event last week, um, I was set at scratch handicap. Now it's going to be whatever. Like I shot 2 or 3 under on this one last week, so now I need to do 2 or 3 under again just to finish even. It's not a big deal. It's not like I'm trying to. I get super competitive about these, but all right, 62. Spin. It's long. We're in the general vicinity, just not quite big dog level. I guess what I'm getting at is it can maybe doing everything based on net can get a little bit demoralizing, especially if you consider someone like if Big Dog happened to be in this, where he would probably on average shoot 10 to 15 under on this. He would have to like shoot like 20 under to have a chance on net. But on the flip side of that coin, you want other people to be able to win too. So not that I'm Big Dog or anywhere near it, but you get the point. 15 feet. So it's double breaker. It's going to move it left and then come back right. We'll try that. May not be enough, but Man, not doing myself any favors hammering these putts. I may try two. Luckily, Flying Fat King can play this week, but Joe said the other day that for any of the scrambles, obviously it's a disadvantage, but on a weeks that Flying Fat King can't play, I may try to do those scrambles just by myself to put something up there. See what happens. 5 footer. Wish I could have done that for. Wish I could have done that for week one of the alt shot just to get us going. But that one would have been an advantage playing by yourself versus the alt shot. 76. Try to land this in the neighborhood of 72 ish. $72. I'll take that all day. Realistically, on these, I should be aiming just a touch left for these wedges because that's pretty much what I was trying to do. Just missed a touch left because I didn't, or touch right because I should have aimed left. But decent look at bird. Try that. I guess to put a bow on the whole net thing, it is what it is. It's just I feel like if you're have a lower handicap, you could still have like a pretty good week. Like I'm not necessarily disappointed where I am right now, but you could still have what you feel to be a pretty good week and lose by 10 strokes to someone that has a higher handicap. But it all evens out. 8 feet. Wow, that's brutal. That was a 0-0 HLA. Still a little too much steam. And if you didn't do net, then you'd have someone like JT Walsh come in, who is an absolute baller, and just win every single week, like a lot of the leagues. 10 under, though, J Glove. I haven't seen that name before. Guy must be a pretty good player to shoot 10 under. 11th hole, par 3, 85, playing 80. Probably try to land this 75. We'll go 56. Hit it off the toe, and it's long. Fairway. So we got 6, 12, 18, 22. Probably putt this. Try that. Certainly no complaints on the course choice this week, though. This course is awesome. Oh, I didn't hit it. Go. Pitiful. Pa. Pa, pa, pa. 114. So I want to hit this about 110. We'll go approach wedge. Male ladies here. $110. 105. Go. Big bounce. All right. It's kind of strange. You hit so many of those wedges, which are kind of like 75% swings. Like obviously I'm not swinging super hard at those wedges, but you hit so many of those. I've heard Big Dog talk about it too. You hit so many of those wedges back to back, and then when you have to hit a fuller shot, it's maybe not a bad thing, but it's a bit smoother, and you don't get quite as much distance versus if you're whacking full length, like full shot type of clubs. All right, this thing's snapping a good amount. We'll try that. Basically 10 playing 8. Oh, wow. Commissioner, if you're still in here, I was trying. Actually, I fell asleep last night watching the second game. So I fell asleep before midnight, and then I forgot for a little bit this morning when I woke up to book that tee time. I can't imagine that many people jumped on the tee times that quick. But I was ideally hoping. I don't understand really why they shut down the 18 holes as early as they do. It seemed like about 12:45, 1 o'clock was the cutoff. But ideally, what I said was I wanted probably like 8 o'clock in the morning for the first round. We'd finish around noon, and then like 1:30 for the second round, so we'd have like an hour for lunch. But it is what it is. We have, as long as we don't play super slow, we have about 20 minutes in between tee times. All right, 51. Probably want to hit this about 45, 46, 47. Heat the putter back up here. Let's see a finish. Hope so, D-Lud. Just a little bit off. I think I'm going to do the par 3 next, and then shut it down before tonight with Flying Fat Kid. All right, 45. 46. Not hateful. Thought that was going to be better than that. Try that. 6.8. He seems slipperier than 10 Stimp. But D-Lud's the ball speed, putting ball speed master, so I'm probably just hitting him too hard. Caw. 71. Now, I haven't really been looking either, because you can't really see the hole. I haven't really been looking at the elevation up or down. Most of them are pretty flat. This one's up 10 inches. There may have been some other ones where maybe I was a little bit off because I didn't look at the up or down. Go 60 degree. Try to hit this in the neighborhood of about 65 or so. I'll go grab something quick before round 2. Yeah, or we could even, I think probably the best bet will be when we're on, say, like maybe hole 14 or 15 or 16, somewhere in there, like maybe 2 holes out when we're on like 16, call the clubhouse and say like, hey, can we order some like either burgers or dogs or like takeout so we can just like come around. It's all going to depend. We won't, I don't think, play that slow, but it all depends who else is out there. If there's a slow group in front of us, it could take longer. But I think if we call it in and we can just run in, pay for it, and instead of like trying to go in and order, wait 10 minutes for them to cook it kind of thing. It just seems like, I mean, like when I called, I played this course like 3 times maybe. One time it was like in the winter, so it wasn't that great. I mean, it's like it's nice. It's definitely not a bad course, but I think it's just from where it's located, kind of centrally. A lot of people play it, so it's really busy, oddly. So it's like one of those things where like, unfortunately, it's not going to be as like it's not going to be like an empty, have the course to ourselves, laid background, unfortunately. But it is what it is. 66, too far right though. All right, let's make a putt. D-Lud says heat the putter up. Pretty straight. 5 feet, playing 4 feet. Don't really need to move it much, but we'll go there. Center left. We'll see if they have any hornet spray at the turn too. We'll ask them a couple burgers, a couple dogs, and a couple cans of hornet spray, and we'll be good to go for a second 18. I am planning on walking all 36 though, which may get interesting on the back nine. Pretty reasonable greens fees though. Caca. Based on the website, it was like the online tee time. I tried to go in and I had to make an account, and then the tee time got like frozen because I clicked on it, so I had to call. She had to reset it, but it's 45 to walk 18, and I think the cart is like 22, basically like $11 per side. So for me, it'll be like 90 for 36 holes, which is honestly pretty good, and for you guys, it'll be closer to like 130 for 36 holes with a cart. And when I called, it said it was rated the number one. I don't know if it's true. I don't know where they got it from, but it said like number one rated public course in 2022 or something like that. I don't know if that meant in Massachusetts or New England. I don't know where they were getting that from, but all right. Approach wedge. Needs to go. Needs to go. Those homes are way too nice to be hitting at. What's up, Panda? Long time no see. How's your you used to come into some of those putting streams. It was your foot, right? You like broke your foot or something? Assuming that's healed by now. 11-footer. These houses are nice though. Try that. Get there. No. Dead straight putt too. 0-0 HLA. Better been keeping active this summer. Nice. Good to hear. 108. Hit this in the neighborhood of about 103. Thinned it. It's like 10 yards short. This course is, like I said, great for wedges, but then when you have to go and switch between a fuller shot, just so used to swinging easier and smoother, you take way too much off. All right, 13. It's going to come out left. I think the green looks like it's breaking a little bit to the right up there, so it should be fine. A little bit of a downslope. Rough's going to take some spin off. Probably hit this like 9 or 10-ish. Maybe 8. 8, 9, 10. Seven. That's short. Go. Six-footer. Drip it in there. All right, 5 under through 16. 2 holes left. 76 down a touch. We'll go 56 degree. Try to hit this in the neighborhood of about 71, 72. Not 76. That needs to spin a lot. Oh! That almost dunked it. That flew into the hole and came out. Why didn't you guys see this one? I'm watching it right now on the replay. Wow, that flew into that probably hit like this little black section on the flag. It probably hit right there. It wasn't directly in it, but that was a pin seeker shot right there. We're lucky it didn't ricochet further back, honestly. That was the shot of the day so far. All right, pretty straight putt. I just moved one click to the right. So close. That would have been nice. Actual slam dunk. What was the pin? 76. I flew at 76.8 and it flew raw. It flew 75.6 in the game. That's kind of crazy. Caca. Almost a booyah hole in one there. 6 under through 17. 18th hole par 3. 76 down 9. So we're looking at 67. We'll go 60. Way too much. I want to make sure I got it there. Try to save par. 1.1 right. 9. We're in the fairway. Could almost putt this. 9, 18, 27, playing 24. It's probably better to putt it. Now we can try to read this though. 1.1 right is a lot. And that's a pretty, if you were to putt that, it's a decently significant push. So if I putted this straight, where would this end up? It's breaking left to right to start, but then most of the putt is left to right. It would probably end up over here. So I would need to be over here, but it's going to launch right. I think I'm just going to putt it straight. 24 feet. Brutal. Didn't feel like a bad putt. Play reckless golf? No, what is that? What is reckless golf? Sounds possibly painful. All right. 6 playing 9, almost 10. All right. Not the worst. We had one bogey, so we almost did it. Slowed down a little bit there on the back, but we shot 24-24. So, well, I guess it really wasn't that bad. 4 birdies on the front, but we had a bogey, and then just 3 on the back. So, 6 under. We'll take it. Take a look at the old stats here. 10 par, 7 birdies, 1 bogey, 107 total feet of putting, 24 putts, 49 minutes on the gameplay, 13 out of 18 greens in regulation, 72%. Not bad. I was kind of yapping, playing slow there. It took a little longer than I thought it would, but let's do the par 3 in a little bit more of an efficient manner here. This is at Bear Tracks Par 3 Challenge, Winghaven Country Club. 5-foot gimmies, Thursday pins, normal, 500 feet, 10 stimp, calm wind. Needs to be some fuller shots now. Driving the golf carts all crazy, maybe little bumper cars, take you through the sand pit. I do not like the sound of that. I am not a fan of that kind of stuff. You wouldn't, that's like, I'm not a fan of that. That's like if you had like a small family business and I mean, I guess the name implies it, but some reckless teenagers come in. Like, imagine you had like a mom and pop like grocery store, and they came in with like shopping carts and just pushed over everything in the store just because like reckless shopping. Like, it's just arrogant, no thought or consideration for anyone else. Like, if you're doing you're going to be held liable for that stuff too. If anyone catches you doing that stuff, you're going to do thousands of dollars of damage to the cart or to the course, and those carts are $5,000-$10,000 if not more. If you like crash one of those carts going through a bunker or something, you're going to be liable for 10 grand, as you should be. Like, for me, you should go somewhere and respect and almost leave it better than you found it. But to go there and purposely try to like destroy things, it's just that's unacceptable. So no, I haven't heard that. I mean, I've seen people do it, like jump in the carts and stuff. To me, it's just I don't like seeing that stuff. All right, 141. We'll tee up a 9-iron. Honestly, probably should have gone to the range first and hit some fuller shots. C-Boy's YouTube channel, I don't know who that is. Hopefully, it's like a course, either maybe like someone in the like that was doing it, maybe like their family owns it and they got the go ahead. It's one thing if like it's a course that's shutting down or is going to get renovated and you go and do it just for the fun of making a video. But if it's like an actual course and they had no knowledge of it, that's too far in my opinion. Oh, so bad. How you can chunk it that bad with the ball up on the tee, I don't know. Honestly, it makes me mad even thinking about it. I will not be watching that, and I definitely do not condone that. That is a terrible idea. I know you weren't either. You were just asking, but stuff like that just makes me angry even thinking about it. All the hard work that goes into keeping a course nice and making it nice, and then someone just one time, one group of idiots go and just destroy it. As far as I'm concerned, they should be charged, like held criminally liable for something like that. With you go there with the intent just to destroy stuff. All right, 17 uphill. Sit. Penny getting me all hot and bothered over here. I can't even focus on the shots now. That goes for anything though. Obviously, I have a softer spot because I like golf so much, but it goes for anything. If you have a farm or a grocery store or a gas station, car dealership, anything, if you go anywhere with the intention of just to destroy stuff just for the fun of it, you got some issues. $14-footer. Well, it stayed. That's a tough bogey. That was a bad putt. All right, start hitting some fuller shots here. 171. We're gonna start swinging harder. They've been banned by all the courses near him. Good. Hey man, how's it? Yeah, Murph. Criminal property damage. Yeah, 100%. And something like that. Honestly, like I get all the I don't know, free speech type of stuff aspect to it, but something like that, like I don't even think that video should even be up on YouTube to even give anyone else the idea of saying, wow, that looks like that could be fun to do and like we'll get a ton of views if we do it. Like something like that should just be taken down. If you're making a video of engaging in illegal activity, that should not be allowed and should not be able to incentivize other people to have the idea. That's not great. I am not hitting the ball very far right now. That was a 7-iron that flew 160. And it was heely and thin. It was drawing, but it launched too far right. Can we get into the fairway? Moved ourselves back, but honestly, I don't know. Doing all those wedges, I don't know how Big Dog goes and plays after he hits wedges for a bunch. Feels like I'm swinging at like 50%. And even when I try to swing hard, I can't hit it that hard. 58. I hit at 58, but that's got to sit. Needed like 50, 53. Now we're putting for bogey. Try that maybe. 10-footer. At least if I put up a high score here, talking about all the net stuff, at least it'll help my net handicap for next week. Saw a total golf cart crash into a tree in my local course. It was down a steep hill. Not sure if the guys are too drunk or it was kids driving. Yeah, I don't know. And I mean, I feel like most of the people that do that, they're cowards on top of it. So even if it was an accident or they did it on purpose, you'll see them just like take their stuff and then run off the course and not even try to take responsibility for it. like the least you can do if you're gonna go there with destructive mindset, at least take responsibility for it after the fact. Don't just be a coward, do the act, and then run away like a baby. All right. Considering things aren't going very far right now, let's hit a 9. Usually this would be a pitching wedge, but all right, that was hit a little bit better, but that's got to sit a lot. This is going to be ticklish. Downhill, out of the rough, 9 yards. Definitely track you down, have trail cams along the course, as they should. I was just thinking, Murph, I think you were in there last night in Triple Bogey stream. That dude, Nolsey, that video of him having he's the, I guess, one of the owners or has the YouTube channel Ballistic High Speed. And he has a video, it was like a year or so ago. He does like a bunch of stuff with like firearms and whatnot. And he had an RPG. I don't know if anyone has seen it. I don't know, Panda, if you've seen it. He had an RPG basically explode while he was using it. And he was playing with Ben last night. Kind of crazy. I watched that video. I was like, how is this guy even golfing right now? Go in. Oh! 155 down 5. I guess we'll just lean into it. We'll go 8 iron. Just swing easier. Club up and swing easy. Wild video it was. The fact that they had it like in slow motion too and they were like going through it. That was crazy. I wasn't aware of that, but I think it was PDN who was on there who like knew of the video and didn't put 2 and 2 together. I'd never seen that before, so I heard him mentioning like incident, and I was like, all right, what's going on here? Well, first Ben he like pinned the 2 channels, and I was surprised to see that he had over 1 million subs, which is awesome. So I was surprised about that, and then they were talking about incident, which I didn't know, so I looked up the channel and just sorted it by the most popular videos. That video had like 10 million views on it, and dang, RPG exploding while he's using it. Should be all right. Maybe it needs to draw. Wow. Or not. How is that long? There's one that should have landed like pin high. It would have been long anyways, but to be 12 yards long, I hit that 150, 157 in the game. It was 155 pin. I don't know. "12 yards. It's going to come out left, so we'll go a little bit right here. Out of the rough. Probably hit this 8 or 9. Or 10. Sit. It can't be legal. I don't know. I mean, I'm not super familiar with like the legality of some of those like the crazy weaponry in terms of like owning it and using it or whatnot. I'd assume obviously I can't imagine it was that's what his whole channel's about. I can't imagine it was illegal for him to own it and use it. And it was just obviously a malfunction, but I'd assume I'm sure he was at like a approved range and all that stuff to be able to use it. But pretty crazy. Look it up, Panda. Or Ballistic High Speed is the channel, and it's I think the second. He has two videos that have 10 million. I think it was the second video there if you sort it by popular. It's like a 15-20 minute video, but he shows it a couple different times from like different slow-mo videos. It's pretty wild. Murph, do you know? Is that like Ben's? Is that like one of Ben's friends that just happens to have the channel, or like how did he come to know uh Nolsey? Is that like a childhood friend or something? Longer holes here. All right. Despite better judgment, I'm gonna hit a 7 and actually try to hit it. I can't get myself to hit a 6 iron from 175. I yanked it, but at least I hit it better. It's a little more like it distance-wise for a 7. Still, not the best strike in the world. No clue. Heard him say his name a bunch. Yeah, I've heard him say it too. So I think he's like popped in. I just didn't know like maybe he stumbled across Ben's channel and then became friendly, or if like they knew each other outside of just like seeing Ben's streams or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I came in. I was there towards the beginning, but I didn't know, and I think they did it last night too. And then he probably took the stream down because maybe they got a little buck wild, but I didn't know if they mentioned it at any point. 40 down 11, well, 41, so it's playing 30 feet. I don't know. It's breaking one way and then it's coming back. Seemed like good dudes though. It's pretty entertaining to watch. I didn't hit it. I can turn my sound back on now we don't have music. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. I don't have my ding from the square. I don't know if that's enough. Well, it was enough, but I pulled it. Anyone coming in looking for me hitting balls over houses? That was the first round, so you can scroll back a little bit if you want to see those. 119, up about 3-4 yards. We'll go. I don't think the full approach wedge is getting there, so we'll go choke down pitch and wedge. Call it 123. Land this about 118 or so. $119, but I pulled it. $14 playing 12. No. Man, 3 over. Whoa. Almost knocked my table over. Go figure. Finally hit one decent. It's too much. That was the approach wedge. That's closer to what I would expect. That was 115 raw. Usually I get about that when I hit it halfway decent. Now we got a long putt, 39 footer. Who knows? This round's kind of shot anyways, so. It's actually probably the line. It's not enough speed. $145. No draw. $14 up a yard. Give it another 7. So that's 22. Land this about the number. Oh, right over the pin. I did not land that number. That was 22. $161. Should be able to hit. Teed up 8-iron there. Go. Just a little. Should be pretty good. All right, not bad. $10-footer. Oh. Caw. Let's get a couple birdies going here on the back nine. 163. Playing 165. I got to land at 160. I don't think I can do that with the 8 right now. So it's going to be Tom 3 under. Going to be a choke down 7. Oh, it was terrible. Maybe I'm more sore than I thought. Should be interesting for the scramble later. $16. Wanted 13, hit at 15. Getting my eyes a little more over the ball seems to be helping. Rolling it a little bit better. 180 playing 183. Joke down 6. Go. Probably try to fly it close to the number. I may simplify things. I don't know. I haven't thought that before. I always do like the 50% thing, but kind of comes out to if you're gonna leave it 5 short or so, comes out close to flying at the number. So anywhere probably between 13 and 15 in the air probably won't be bad. 18. Oh, it's one way to get a par. 162. Too far left. $113. Should be decent if it's not too far left. It is. Good number though. Little Toby. Caw. Clawing some back. Try the 9. Maybe. Better strike. Four yards extra, though. I guess between there's not that much elevation. Maybe there was wind behind. I think some of these, I feel like the math doesn't quite add up from what I was expecting. 25 playing 30. Try that. Wow. Not even close. Starting these a lot better online, though. Getting my, like I said, kind of the feeling of my chest and my eyes more directly over the ball. Putting it right down this laser alignment line. Most of these have been relatively close over the past maybe 5-10 holes or so. Closer to 0-0 HLA. Yank that one a little. All right, 4 holes left. 112. Go. Well, I pushed it, but good thing I did. Now I can feel the push in my right hand. Back to even. 3 holes to go. Wow, 195, down 5, so we're at 190. Want to land this 185. I don't know. We have water short. I'd rather be long. I guess 6, but I got to hit it pretty good. Ooh, that's a 5. Nope. Carry. That one kind of hurt the Kind of hurt my shoulders. Scold it. Double? Yikes. All right, well, 2 birdies to get back to even. That might be wet. Oh, no, it's all right. Chunked it. It worked out. I don't get how. I know it was downhill a little bit, but 129 going 124. Like, it seems like, unless I'm just can't think today. Like, I thought I needed like 125 raw. I thought that was gonna be well short. I mean, elevation's only 1%. There's one. Last hole. 163 up 5. So we got 168. It's got to be. Fortunately, I can't get the 8 there right now, so got to be a choke down 7. That's pretty generous kick. Alright, well, I don't know if we're going to birdie this unless I hole it, but there's always a chance. 13 out of the rough. Down 9. Upslope. 8, 9, 10 yards or so. Oh well. Alright. 1 over. 55. Pad the net handicap a little bit. Take a look at the stats, and I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to leave stuff set up. Plan is to come out maybe around 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight. Get ideally 1 or 2 videos done, and then play with Flying Fat Kid, which again will be just on his channel. I'm not going to stream it. So good rounds, appreciate it, Boogeyman. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't hit it really the best. I hit wedges decent in that first round. This one, it just feels like after hitting wedges that many times, maybe I'm just fatigued still. Couldn't really get much on these irons. Like, I was clubbing up on a lot of them and was still coming up short. 10 pars, 4 birdies, 3 bogeys, 1 double, 113 total feet of putting, 25 putts, 37 minutes. How we can play this quicker than the chip and putt, I have no idea. 9 out of 18 greens regulation. There you have it. Twisted Sticks, par 3 and pitch and putt in the books for this week. All right. Gotta get some stuff done this afternoon, so that is it for me for now. anyone in the Discord, I'll post Flying Fat Kids channel, which you guys probably already follow him, but we'll be over there. And I'll do a post on YouTube. How are these balls looking? All right. Thanks for watching, folks. I'm out of here. See you guys. Videos tomorrow and Friday. So I got to at least record one later on before I play Flying Fat Kid and then scramble with him. I don't know what the rest of the week has in store. Usually big dog at 6 o'clock on Saturdays like usual, but enjoy the rest of your day until I see you later on over on Flying Fat Kids. And I will catch you in the next one. See ya.